Investors also bracing themselves for what will be the biggest stock offering in history from the Brazilian energy giant Petrobras. The company is expecting strong demand for its $79 billion worth of shares, which are pricing today. Joining us is George DeRosa, senior analyst at Data Monitor. Still with us, Alexander Feldman, president of the US ASEAN Business Council. He's with Nicole. George, first of all, so we're going to get the pricing today. Bit of a finger in the air, but what's the best guess on where we think this stock's going to be priced?
Well, I think it's really hard to say. There's a lot of volatility in the market. That's why this operation has been delayed twice, increasing the volatility in the market. But I may say again, it's purely speculation. We may work with a range of $15 to $17 per share.
Okay. They've also increased the size of the issue to 134 billion. Is dollars? Yeah. Is that because of demand, or is it because they need to raise the money, because the stock price has gone down? What's the deal?
Both situations, a combination. Either is the interest to, of course, to have more participation of important companies, especially from Asia, from China. The Chinese, they have signaled some interest to guarantee some shares in this operation, of course. And also they fear that the price could be a little bit lower than they expected. Therefore, it will be impacting the total result of the amount of capital they need to raise.
George, it's Alex Feldman in New York. Can you tell us a little bit? Energy prices energy demand in Asia is booming, and as you mentioned, China is going to take a part of this offering. Can you tell us a little bit about how you think Petrobras's earnings will be impacted by demand in Asia?
Well, it's really hard to explain, but the point is Petrobras has been signing important contracts with the Chinese. In 2009, for example, the Chinese Development Bank has participated in an important loan to Petrobras to increase production. And again, China is a country growing really fast with an average annual growth rate of consumption of oil per 7%, growing really fast. At time of being, they consume pretty much 8.6 million barrels. This consumption is expected to increase even more. So I believe that the Chinese participation in Petrobras, it's really, really important, and it's likely to increase in due time, and of course will play a very, very important role in the future.
Okay, well, George, that's all well and good, and there is a lot of hype around this deal, as you know, but let me just play devil's advocate. Their stock has fallen almost 30% this year, so why would anyone want to invest?
It's a very, very interesting opportunity for new investors to have some shares of a growing company with strong potential. We have to explain that Petrobras used to be rated as a value company, now it's perceived as a growth company, so it could be a very, very good opportunity for new investors to join the club. And again, as I said before, it's true that their shares decreased a lot since the beginning of the year, but again, it's a matter of volatility created by all this momentum with this big transaction.
Yoga, this is Christine here in Asia. I'm looking at Petrobras and I'm seeing that, there's been an increase in government control. Is that a risk to investors, especially to minority shareholders?
Yes, this is a very, very controversial issue. Petrobras has been created by the government. It has been controlled by the government since its inception. We had, of course, the privatization of the company in the late 90s. But still, the government has always been there, has always played a very, very important role. We may see some dilution of the power of minority shareholders. It's very, very true. Although many are already operating book buildings, they are trying to guarantee their power in the company. But again, it's not the first time that Petrobras will try to raise capital from the markets. It's not the first time, it's not the last time. So although we may see increased control by the government, I think that the company is still strong and probably will present very, very high results in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of ironic, isn't it? President Lula of Brazil started life as a socialist, and his presidency ends the beginning of October, and he's overseeing the world's biggest ever capitalization in the capitalist system. It's kind of ironic. But as he leaves government, does the new president? I mean, what do investors think about what the new president might mean?
I understand. Well, the new president. I think that the new government, this government, they have learned the lesson. It's true, history shows that they did not fully embrace neoliberal reforms, but still, I think they understand the potential of the market. They understand that an open economy is healthy for the country, is healthier for themselves. So, although I believe that Petrobras will suffer from more control by the government, still I think it's a very safe investment.
Okay.